Oh. I keep feeling someone touch me or brush past me. He's not dressed as a monk. This is weird. This is so weird. But it doesn't have to be dark to sense spirits. They don't choose the time of day to touch you. Oh, I just felt something brush past me again.
In the heart of Transylvania, almost lost in time, crumbling walls, but beating hearts still rumble here, chanting in the distance. The monks still run this town. My next adventure takes me to the Abbey of Carta. Many of my paranormal encounters have occurred alongside weather phenomenons. The very encounter that made me believe in life after death happened on a dark, stormy night. If you believed that spirits are residual energy, no energy is more powerful than those who can control the seasons. On this ghost hunt, I battle extreme weather conditions that occur on an otherwise calm day, somehow triggered by the words I speak. I hear the chanting of monks clearly in my ear, and I'm repetitively touched by the spirits that still linger as they brush past me. Transported in time through my emotions, by the end of my visit, you can see clearly that my mood has transitioned into sadness, and that tears are welling in my eyes.
I've travelled to the heart of Transylvania. I'm at the Abbey of Carta. This is said to be one of the most haunted buildings in the whole of Romania. It's also the oldest Gothic fortified church in the whole of Eastern Europe. Part of this building is in ruins, but I'm inside the beautiful church, which is still as stunning as the day it was built. You may recognize some parts of this building because they feature in the Hollywood movie The Nun. I'm not saying I'm going to run into a possessed nun today, but this place is believed to be haunted by the souls of the monks that once lived here. The average life expectancy of a monk who lived here was just 40 years old in the medieval times. This was because they lived a very hard life. They woke up at 3 a.m. to make use of every hour of daylight. They often had very little to eat, so they were quite malnourished. This led to poor health and lots of deaths. It's said that these monks still walk these walls. I've only been here a few minutes now, and I could hear quite a heavy chanting. Oh, oh, oh. Can you hear it being sung back to me as an echo? Oh, 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 oh. I keep feeling something touch me or brush past me. I have quite a strong sense of someone's face. He's not dressed as a monk. There's no cloak. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, it's so cold. I feel like there's spirits everywhere. Oh. Like this area in front of the organ is really, really heavy. There's multiple spirits in this area. As you may be able to tell from the decorations behind me, this is still an active chapel. Even though the ruins are old, this is still a place of worship. So it's a tricky one. I'm sensing so much, but I'm trying to hold it in. I'm feeling like the urge to chant, and I'll explain what was happening when I dropped to the floor later. Whoa, that was really strange. As soon as I stepped out here, this wind, and I said wind, this wind came from nowhere. As soon as I stepped foot outside here, it was like a mini tornado swirled around. The trees were blowing, my hair was blowing, I had goosebumps all over my body, and I could just hear that really loud chanting urging me to join in. This place is definitely haunted. It's terrifying. I've got goosebumps, but I'm trying not to react to it. I'm trying to be as relaxed as possible. This is not just a former monastery. There are actually there are actually graves from soldiers who fought in World War I behind me. So there's a lot going on here and a lot of history. And inside the church, the most active area is probably actually not. Whoa. I do not know where that wind is coming from, but it's very unsettling. What I was saying is that the church that is still in function, arguably and obviously isn't the most oldest part of this monastery, but it felt very heavy in there. And out here, it's just weird. The amount of, there are like walls either side, and I know there's no roof or no structure, but the amount of wind, I keep feeling like I'm being touched and brushed past. It's very crazy. Yeah, this is an active graveyard. Active in more ways than one, but it's a memorial, it's a burial ground. And that stunning tower is quite impacting. It's quite obvious why the nun chose this as one of their locations. I'm sure when I say certain words, things happen and the wind picks up. There's quite a lot more to this building than meets the eye, I feel. It's definitely the most haunted place that I've stepped foot into in the whole of Transylvania. This is weird. This is so weird. I'm visiting here in the middle of the day and it still has a really, really intense energy about this place. I do not know what it would be like after dark if you came here. Sadly, it's closed. At sunset. But it doesn't have to be dark to sense spirits. They don't choose the time of day to touch you. Oh, I just felt something brush past me again. I wasn't expecting this place to be like this. I knew how beautiful and stunning it was, but I wasn't expecting it to be so haunting and so spooky. It's taken me by surprise, I think. It's the most beautiful, picturesque church in ruins, and it pretty much sums up Transylvania. It's a stunning, beautiful place, despite the spirits that still linger here. It's quite peaceful.